Hello and welcome back to another TEKDEP tutorial. My name is Nicholas and we are here with a logic board replacement on the M4 MacBook A3240. That's right, this is a logic board replacement on an M4. The MacBook Airs of this generation are not necessarily difficult, but they can be a little tricky if you've never done it before. So if you are looking to repair your logic board or replace certain features of the logic board, please watch this video all the way through and we will give you all the information on just how to replace it on this specific MacBook. Now, let's get started. Like every repair that we do here at TEKDEP, we're going to start by taking off the backplate PL5 screwdriver, and we will be taking off the 4 screws. After you've taken off the 4 screws, we are going to take our pry tool by lifting up the back right corner with our fingernail and sliding the pry tool in. We can slide down and get under the 4 clips, 1 on each side here and 2 at the bottom. Once the clips have been undone, you can now go ahead and pull apart the backplate of the unit. Now these ones will look a little different as some of the older models, so definitely follow along. Specifically, this whole middle area here is going to be the logic board. There are portions that we have to take off in order to take the logic board out. So we are going to start with battery connector, trackpad connector, and then the other portions that are connected to it as well. There are some other parts in here. We'll start by undoing the battery with your T3 screwdriver. And then pry tool, we're going to get under the battery connector here, disconnect that. And now the computer is fully discharged. We can go ahead and undo the trackpad connector also. This cable is a little interesting, so what you need to do is peel back the top like so under the cable portion, and it should just pop right off. With that off, we can put this cable down to the bottom. Be very careful, make sure that you are not creasing it, as this will be reused in the event that you are replacing just the logic board. All right, now there are multiple points that we have to undo for a logic board on this specific unit. We'll start with the ones that are obvious. So it's going to be these connectors here at the top and the side, and then this one in the middle. These all have a different function that you need to undo in order to take off the logic board, and I'll go over all of them. With the one on the right, this is the connector to the right speaker. And then this one in the middle, these are the antennas. This one is the left speaker. I believe this one is the keyboard. On the left-hand side, being the sleep sensor and the auxiliary connection. All right, so before we go ahead and take all this off, there is one more area that we have to uncover, and it is right here. It is under a piece of electrical tape. So we will get under that with our pry tool. Be very careful. Then you can leave this to the side, and there are 4 screws here. With everything uncovered, we can now go ahead and uncovering the display cables. And with that done, now we can start by undoing all of the connections that are on your computer. So with your pry tool, we'll start from the right to the left. All right, and with all of them undone, we will now go ahead and go around and unscrew all of the connectors that are holding the board down. These here in the middle are a T5, and then back to a T3, and then a T5. Before prying up the logic board, there are a few more under the speakers. So we're just going to go ahead and take off the hinge covers and the speakers and get under those. Take our pry tool and get under the hinge protectors. Speakers should come right off. And with those off, we can get under the display cables and gently pull up the logic board and out of the unit. Good thing for you, if you have gone through the whole video and you do not feel comfortable performing this repair, that is completely okay, because we have full mail-in repair opportunities on our website, TEKDEP.com. All you need to do is just go down to our homepage on our website and start repair, then scroll down and fill out all of the important information, and we will get that started for you. Now that you have your logic board out, that is not everything that you have to take out just yet, because every logic board is connected to every Touch ID sensor that is in the computer. So we do need to grab that as well. With your T3 screwdriver, we will start with the connector here on the daughter board, the protective casing on top. After that is off, you can go ahead and get under the connector, stuck with a little bit of adhesive, so you do have to go under and hold very gently. Once that is off, you can open it up from the bottom, slide out, and you've removed your Touch ID sensor. And now we are ready to reinstall our new motherboard back into the unit. All right, now here at TEKDEP.com, you can get parts just like this new motherboard here, which we have ready to go and shipped at the time of your purchase. These motherboards come in ranging sizes of RAM and storage, so definitely go and check out our options, and you can find them again at TEKDEP.com. Now, first, what we are going to do is reinstall the new Touch ID sensor. Took it out by feeding and at the bottom of the area. Once that is in, we can now hold onto the cable. Grabbing our T3 screwdriver, we're going to start by putting on the protective casing. Once you have all four corners put in correctly, make sure that the middle two holes are centered so that when we do install the last two screws, it will be centered inside of the box on the outer case. There you go. We will replace the adhesive, replug in onto the daughter board. Here we go. And then press down on the adhesive after that is all the way. We will put back the protective cover, which is this long one here. You can take your new logic board that you hopefully got at TEKDEP.com, and we will put it gently underneath the display cables up here at the top and route it under the other cables over here on the right side. There we go. Now, what I like to do before we screw anything in is I do like to press down the flex cables firmly in place. Do not do this one here, as this one is the battery connector. Make sure that everything else is connected first before doing the battery connector. That one there. So wait until last for that one. And there we go. And then with that, we will put back on our speaker and antenna. In the essence of making it simple, we'll do the screws on the top first, just to make it easier, and then we'll do the screws for the board itself after. Specifically, these screws along the top here that are holding everything down on the top portion. And then we'll move on to the screws that are holding the motherboard down. We will start with two T5 screws, and then both of the hinges, which are T3, the 4 backplate screws, and then don't forget this connector on the left side either. I did forget. But with that, all of them pressed in firmly, we will also do a long 3-screwed panel. And then we will now move on to all of the internal screws on the board itself. And there are a lot of them, but I will go through them in the way in which we took them off. So we will start here on the right side and then move our way back. So hopefully that will make it a little bit easier for you guys and me as well. But we will start with the T5 screws that we took out of these three. And then these T3 screws. The only one that is a little different is going to be this one here, which is a bit longer, and that is going to go in this middle one. Are going to go in these two. Now this is probably a good a place as any to mention that because there are so many screws and internal components on computers like these, all of these screws and hardware kits will be listed in the description down below and on our website. So in the event that you misplace something or something doesn't go your way and you do lose one of the parts, that's completely okay, because we will have it all on our website for you to purchase in the event that you need it. And then the last one is just the two. And there we go. Now we will start all of the protective covers that we took off, and we'll start from left to right. First one on the left over here is going to be this one with the 2 feet underneath, and it has the black top. And then this middle one here, which is the square single screw. And then this little bit here on the end is going to get tucked under. And then the small square one, long one covering the antennas. And the final small one for the right speaker connector. And now the giant L-shaped Tetris piece for the portion that we uncovered on the right hand side. And this one has 4 screws. And then here in the middle, reattach our trackpad flex cable by peeling back the area here, pressing firmly down till you hear a click. And then with the 2 lone screws that we took off originally, we rebend. Very carefully though, because we don't want this to snap or have a tear or too bad of a bend. And then the final portion is reconnecting the battery connector and the protective case. And then we take your backplate and we line up the 4 indents with the 4 screws on the top. Push down, latch in, and then the 2 clips on the side, and on the bottom we push down and reconnect 4 backplate screws. Now the backplate screws, there are 2 that have a tiny rivet like this one here, and then 2 that have a long rivet like this one here. The long ones are going to go on the bottom 2, while the tiny ones are going to go on the top 2. And with that, you have successfully replaced your logic board in your M4 Mac, and now all that's left to do is plug it in, press the power button, and there we go. Just like that, you have fully replaced your MacBook M4 A3240 MacBook Air. Now, if you've gotten to the end of this video and feel like this might not be for me, you may just want to set it into a professional, do not worry. We have all of that set up and ready for you in the description down below at our website. All you need to do is just go to the homepage on our website, hit start a repair, and then go ahead and fill out all the information that we would need to get the repair started for you. You can also look at our parts selection. We have it all set up and ready for you. And that's not all. We also do data recovery. So in the event, hopefully you never have to go through this, but you do have a drive that is messed up or a computer that is not turning on and you do need the data from it, feel free to send it in to us. We will take care of it with no problem and get it sent back to you in working order with all of your data. Now, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. If there's anything else you need, feel free to contact us and have a wonderful day.